Hey, welcome back to Inner Light Yoga. Today we'll start in a modified version of Utkatasana, chair pose. So come up to the standing position and step your feet out to the edges of your mat. Spread your toes out. Then bend your knees and place your hands on your thighs. Here you want to make sure that you are not drawing your knees into the center. Try to keep them above your ankles. Okay, so we will begin here with a modified version of cat and cow. With your next inhalation, arch your lower back, lift the sit bones, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades together and take your gaze up. Then as you exhale, drop the tailbone, round your spine, and draw your navel in. Look down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Mind your knees. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Bring your spine back to the neutral position. Step your feet together and step to the top of your mat. You want to have your feet hip distance apart and spread your toes. Create space in the neck and in the chest. Gently draw the shoulder blades toward each other. And with your next inhalation, lift your arms. As you exhale, leading with the chest, fold forward, soften your knees so that you can bring your hands all the way down to the floor. And here come onto the fingertips of your right hand. Bend your right knee and straighten your left leg as much as you can, placing left hand on the hip. You want to open your chest to the left. You may want to stay here or stretch your left arm all the way up. Look up. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, hand back to the hip. Release the chest. And bring your left hand to the floor. Bend your left knee. Straighten your right leg. Right hand goes to the hip. Open your chest to your right. You can stay down here with the hand, or if you want to extend your arm all the way up. Reach out through the fingertips. Find your breath. Another inhale. And exhale, release. Soften your knees a little bit deeper and plant your hands, spread the fingers. Step back to downward facing dog from here. Paddle your feet. Come back to stillness. And lift both of the heels of the floor. Then drop them to your right. And press your left hand very strongly to the floor. Come back to the center. Drop the heels to your left. And press your right hand down. Come back to the center, lower your knees to the floor and roll over your thighs onto the abdomen. Point the toes back and place your hands in front of your mat wider than your shoulders. Come onto the fingertips. Press your legs to the floor. As you inhale, gently leave the chest off the floor. Look forward and exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Again, inhale. Exhale, down. Now, if your back feels comfortable here, you can bring your hands a little bit closer toward your shoulders. It will take you deeper into a back bend. Press your feet to the floor, and as you inhale again, lift the chest. Keep the elbows bent, look forward, And exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Place your hands under the shoulders, curl the toes under, come into all fours, and from here transition back into the downward facing dog. Here becoming aware of your breath. Just taking a few moments to notice how deeply you breathe, how fast is your breath. With your next exhalation, lower your knees to the floor and step your right foot in between the hands. Lift your arms over the head, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, try to sink with your hips a little bit lower. Now bring your right hand down to the hip and then sway to your right. If you already feel loads of sensation here in the psoas, in the front of your hip, stay where you are, swaying to your right, but you can take it a little bit deeper by taking right hand to the floor and then grabbing your back foot with the left hand. Here you're going to open the chest and take your gaze up. And release. Plant your hands, spread the fingers, and transition back into downward facing dog. You're directing your awareness to your breath. With your next out breath, lower your knees and step your left foot between the hands. As you inhale, lift your arms. On the exhale, sink with the hips a little bit lower. Here, release your left hand down to the hip and then sway to the left. You can stay here, especially if there is loads of pulling sensation in the front of your right hip, or bring your left hand to the floor and then reach back and grab your right foot. Open the chest and bring your gaze up. And release. Plant the hands, spread the fingers, and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale. And as you exhale, transition to plank. Move your shoulders forward, engage your belly. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees and roll over the thighs. Point the toes back. Place your hands directly under your shoulders. And as you inhale, take cobra. Lift the chest. Draw the shoulder blades together. Keep the elbows bent. Relax tops of your shoulders away from the ears and open the throat. On the next exhale, gently release. Transition to downward facing dog. So you can curl the toes under first, come onto your knees, and then lift your hips. Inhale. Exhale, transition to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Point the toes back. As you inhale, take cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Point the toes back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhalation, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot between the hands and lower your left knee to the floor. Bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can either bend the elbows to lower the chest, or you can just walk your hands a little bit farther away from the body, whatever feels more comfortable. Walk your hands back to the center, right hand to the outside of the foot. Come onto the fingertips, and as you inhale, open the chest. Create a little bit more space in between the vertebrae. Then plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, lift your left leg up and step it in between the hands. Right knee to the floor. Here again, both hands to the inside of the foot. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower down. Walk your hands back to the center. Left hand to the outside of the foot. Come up onto the fingertips, and as you inhale, open the chest. Stay here on the exhale. And then plant your hands and step back into the downward facing dog. From here, on the next exhalation, let's transition to plank. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Point the toes back as you inhale, take cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, foot between the hands. Left knee to the floor. Bring your hands closer toward the hips. On the inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, move your hips back and straighten your front leg. Point the toes up. Take your hands a little bit closer to the hips again. Open the chest, lengthen your spine. Stay here and breathe. On your next exhalation, walk your hands to the front, sink with the hips. And on the inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Now exhale, take your hips back, straighten the front leg. And exhale, come back to the front, sink with the hips. Inhale, come back to the center. And on the exhale, walk your hands back, take your hips even lower, point the toes up, and we'll take a few deep breaths again here. Walk your hands back to the center. Plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, foot between the hands, right knee to the floor. Bring your hands closer to the hips. As you inhale, lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades together, and as you exhale, move your hips back. Stay here and breathe. Lengthen your spine. Engage your belly as well. And on the exhale, walk your hands forward and sink with the hips down. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, move back. Inhale to the front. And exhale, move back. We'll hold here. Lower your hips a little bit more if you can. Open the chest. Come back to the center, plant your hands, and step back into the downward facing dog. Become aware of your breath. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the floor. We'll come to the seated position here, so you can extend your legs forward. Bend your right knee and step the foot over to the left. Keep your left leg activated by pressing back of the leg to the floor, flexing the foot. Here, bring right hand behind you. Hold the shin with your left hand, and as you inhale, sit a little bit taller. On the exhale, from your waist, you want to gently twist to your right. On the out-breath, come back to the center. Extend your right leg forward and bend your left knee. Foot over to the right. Right foot is flexed. Bring left hand behind the hips and hold the shin with your right hand. As you inhale, sit taller, extend the chest. And on the exhale, gently twist from the waist to your left. As you exhale, come back to the center. And here, come to the comfortable seated position, so you can extend your legs forward. If it's comfortable, you can cross your legs at the shins. Here, just take your hands to your knees. Open the chest, relax tops of the shoulders down, and close your eyes for a moment. Notice your breath. And let it be natural. Just observe it. Now start counting your breaths from 5 to 0. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you very much for joining me for Yoga for Cyclists. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Please remember to leave a comment, thumb up, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the classes. Thank you very much. Namaste.